Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Enus Paragon R. It is available within the LS car meet this week, so I figured I would give it a customization because the last time I did it was in 2021, so it's been a very long time. Obviously we have done the customization battle. If you're interested, go check that out, but I wanted to do a little solo customization for today, see how this thing performs, see how we can customize it, everything like that. So anyways, let's go ahead and hop into Los Santos Customs right off the bat here and go ahead and get started. So the Paragon R has a lot of different sort of styles of build you can go for. You can go for a more aggressive Bentley Continental GT. You can go for just a regular bare bones one as well. We're going to start off with the armor and the brakes. We're also going to go all the way up on the engine, and then we're going to handle the rest of the performance mods with the transmission as well as the turbo. And then for the suspension, I'm going to go ahead and figure out what I'm doing with it right now. I don't want to fully lower it. I think it kind of looks weird. I am going to go for street suspension today. I think that that's going to be a pretty good look for the vehicle overall. Now for the bumper options, we do have a secondary bumper. We also have a carbon bumper, a primary GT, secondary GT, carbon GT, or a primary race, secondary race, or carbon race, of course. Now I'm actually interested in going for a secondary bumper today, and then for the rear bumpers, I would not mind going for a secondary rear bumper because I have an idea for something that I kind of want to try with this car. We're going to see how it turns out. It might turn out awful, it might turn out great. We're going to have to just, go ahead and check and see. Now as far as the exhausts go, I do like how the titaniums are like cut alongside the rear bumper. I feel like that looks kind of good. With that being said, I don't know, I do like stock a lot, I must say. But I think the race exhaust is how I'm going to go today. I think that the race exhaust is going to be pretty good looking, so let's go ahead and do that. For the grille, we got the chrome grille, we got the exposed intercooler, we have the rally intercooler, race intercooler, or monster intercooler. I'm going to leave it stock. I just like the look of the stock grille on this car. I don't think that any of the other ones really look all that great. Like the chrome grille is like okay, but I still just prefer the stock grille. I think it's the best looking, so we'll do that. For the hood, we got secondary color carbon, and we also have the primary vented, secondary vented, carbon vented. We have the primary race hood, secondary. We also have the primary carbon race hood, which is kind of cool. It's kind of nice that it inlays the carbon fiber there, or of course the full carbon race hood as well. Now, I think for today, I'm probably gonna go. I might keep it stock, but I might go primary vented. The primary vents are not bad looking. It just makes it look a lot more aggressive, which I think can work for the build that I'm planning to go for. So we'll do it. We will go xenon for the lights, and then we will also go for a neon kit to lower the center of gravity ever so slightly, making it handle just a little bit better. Now for the livery options here, we do have this clean green livery, which is kind of nice. I just hate how it adds the Enus logo on the grille. That kind of ruins this entire livery for me, but it's okay. Sessanta Nove, this is the livery you can get on the car right now if you purchase it in the car meet today or tomorrow, so keep that in mind. We got the spinning fire one, that's kind of cool. We got the Works Racer, Enus Racing. We got the digital Sprunk, Fancy Cuppa. We got the abstract flag, doing busy work. Big enough, and the hashtag hype train livery as well. I'm gonna leave it no livery today. That's kind of the plan I'm going for. Yellow and black for the plate for sure. We will go for that. Now for the respray on this car, I'm thinking of going for. Basically, I don't really have the primary color set in stone yet. I was thinking like a nice deep red would be kind of cool. Maybe Cabernet red or something like that. But we could go for something else. I'm not 100% sure. This car does look good in literally every single color, so that is always, a good thing. A sea green could be kind of interesting today, I think. I do kind of like that color. Olive green, of course. Gasoline green's okay. Lime green's okay. The blues, obviously, they all look really good. We could even go for a brown today, honestly. I feel like this car looks really good in a brown. I feel like it can actually pull it off really well. There's a part of me that is tempted to go for a straw brown. I feel like that is looking really good. Let's go for that for right now. And then for the pearlescent, I'm actually going to go ahead and just take it off the car for right now. And then for that secondary color, I want to go for a black. Because instead of going for like the carbon, I feel like the black is like a very nice sort of contrast. Now we could also go for it in a different black as well. We could go for it in like a anthracite. That could be kind of cool. Could also go like a black steel, something like that. Honestly, the black steel matches up really nicely with the wheels. I have to say I do like that a lot. But it is just a little too bright, I think. So I think I'm just going to go for maybe just a regular black on it for the secondary. I think that's pretty good looking though. And then for the interior, let's go for like a shadow silver maybe. That could be kind of cool. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that actually. Maybe I should go for a brown to match up. We could go for a bleached brown. It's kind of a little bit, it's a little bit of a different shade than the exterior color. I think I kind of like that. Roll cage, we could go for one. I'm not a big fan of it though. This isn't a race build, so I'm going to go ahead and avoid it. For the roof, I think that I will probably go for the secondary colored roof. I feel like that looks really good. I feel like the black contrasts really nicely with the straw brown, so we'll do that. For the skirts, I will go for some secondary skirts just to match up with the rest of the black secondary color that's around the car. For the spoilers, they're not very good looking, are they? I wish that this thing had just a little tiny like exaggerated ducktail for it. That would be such a perfect spoiler for this thing. The low GT wing is kind of interesting. It kind of works, but I don't think it's something that I really want to go for today, so I'm going to avoid it actually. Sun strips, we do have some. I'm going to avoid it though because I just don't know. I don't really want it. The wheels on this car, the stock wheels, look so damn good. It feels almost criminal to change them, but I think I'm going to have to, and I think I'm going to have to go for the modern mesh. I feel like this car with modern mesh on it looks really, really good. And let's do those in black to match up with all the other black accents. Bulletproof the tires for sure. And then for the windows, let's do just a light smoke today, I think. I think this build is looking insane. I'm actually really impressed with this thing. Let's take it outside. We're going to, of course, get into the review now on the car. But before we get into that, we, of course, also have to do the sound test. So let's go ahead and just take a quick listen to the Enus Paragon R. It's not bad sounding, it's not very unique either though, so it's just kind of one of those, it's just kind of one of those basic GTA sounds. Like, it's nothing too special. It's not like the Shafter V12 or anything where it sounds like crazy good or anything like that, but this car, I mean, it sounds good enough, to be honest, and once you start actually driving the Enus Paragon R, you will very quickly start to realize that the sound is not what even matters with this car. Like, obviously, it's always a help, but this thing is absolutely incredible on the roads, guys. It is insane. It is such a good car. Even with no spoiler option on it, this thing is probably one of the best handling cars in the entire game. It goes around corners like nothing. It is crazy. It is, of course, all-wheel drive, which does help a lot when it comes to the cornering and the launching and everything like that. This thing accelerates like crazy. It handles like crazy. It corners very well. It's got a pretty good top speed. In fact, this is actually one of the faster sports cars in GTA Online when it comes to circuit racing. It's one of the top sports cars in the game. Still to this day, despite that it's been out in the game for, I believe, about 6 years now, which is crazy to think about. This thing is actually quite old in GTA Online now, but it is a really, really cool car. It definitely is a really cool car. The customization options are awesome too, and I think that you can go for a lot of really cool builds on it. For example, like right now, I went for a straw brown with a black secondary, and I think this looks absolutely awesome. I mean, there's going to be some of you guys that are not going to agree. I don't know what y'all customize your cars like, but I have a feeling the people that don't like my customizations like have all their cars in like chrome or gold or something like that. But I'm very impressed with how this thing has actually turned out. I absolutely love the customization on this car. I think it's looking really, really damn good. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, of course. The Enus Paragon R is definitely a car that I would recommend picking up. It's got my seal of approval for sure. I 100% recommend this thing. It is absolutely awesome, like in every single way. Like, it really doesn't have any flaws. Like, maybe without the spoiler option, like the slightest bit of understeer occasionally, but for the most part, like, you're not even really going to notice it. A lot of GTA driving is just going straight, and if you are cornering, just give it a little tap with the handbrake and you'll be totally fine. Or even don't. It'll honestly sort itself out. It's got like initial understeer, but then it kind of comes around. It's a really good car, guys. It's a really good car. I can't recommend this thing enough. Make sure to pick it up in the LS car meet this week while it is available. Now, if you're watching this in the future when it's not available at the LS car meet, you can get it through your auto shop customer deliveries when the vehicles get brought into your auto shop. So if you want one, you can cycle through there, or of course if you're on PC or new gen, and I believe even last gen, I think you can actually buy Paragon Rs from other players. So if you want one, there are many ways to get one, so keep that in mind. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it for the Enus Paragon R customization and review in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you learned something, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Peace.